Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, and I am just right in front of the Madonna of the Trail statue, the only one in the state of Missouri, the Show Me State. It's one of 12 statues in the United States, and they were all sculpted by the same person, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. And plus, they were all placed by the Daughters of the American Revolution. So most of them can be found on the Historic National Road, on the Old Trails Road, but the reason why this one is here in Lexington, Missouri is because it is part of the old Santa Fe Trail. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the marker, and then we're going to get up close to the statue. Here we go. But first I'm going to read the marker out. Alright, so this is the Madonna of the Trail Monument, erected by, of course, the Daughters of the American Revolution. The Madonna of the Trail statue was designed and sculpted by August Leimbach of St. Louis. The statue was unveiled and dedicated on September 17, 1928 by the Missouri State Society Daughters of the American Revolution in memory of the brave pioneer women who helped sell the West. Keynote speaker was then Jackson County Judge and future U.S. President Harry S Truman, or Harry Truman, doesn't have the S on here. The statue is one of 12 placed in every state crossed by the National Old Trails Road, the main cross route of early settlers from the east to California. This site is located in the Highland Avenue Historic District next to the Old Trails Road, scenic byway, Route 224, and listed in the National Register of Historic Places. On August 23rd, 2003, a ceremony in celebration of the statue's 75th anniversary was held. Guest speaker was U.S. Congressman Ike Shelton. So I wonder what they're going to do with the 100th anniversary of these statues, now that I think about it, because that's only, what, 6 years from now? Well, it's 2022, so. So this looks like a very brand new platform. I'm going to pull out some pictures from the internet because I'm not sure what it looked like before, but I knew it was kind of on the edge of the town of Lexington. So let's see what it says right here first off. Okay, Lexington, settled 1820 by Virginia and Kentucky pioneers. Gee, I wonder if they named their town Lexington after the big city. Early terminus of river transportation, starting point on the western trail of the pack, pony, and ox cart. And on the back, oh, it just says the National Old Trails Road. And all over this, of course, is great landscaping. It's got names of the donors, I believe. So on this side it says John James and Robert All, A-U-L-L, Russell Majors and Waddell Donovan, pioneers, traders, soldiers, citizens of Lexington who gave valiant service to the winning of the West. This is a really nice platform. It looks like it just got newly done. I mean, seriously, I mean, there's like no speck of dirt, graffiti, or anything on this. And this right here is the front of the statue. Now this is, like I said, this is the third one I've seen that I've visited, and it's the first one I've ever seen with the gold and black Daughters of the American Revolution sign. But either way, it looks really nice. Yeah, the statue really definitely looks like it was touched up recently. And down below me are, I believe, some of the donors. Yeah, like this one says 2021, so it's definitely that recent because, yeah, it's like May of 2022. And here's an organization, Harry S Truman 1928 National Old Trails Association. Very cool. And just next to the Madonna of the Trail statue is this tragic series called the Potawatomi Trail of Death. It starts in northern Indiana and ends on the eastern part of Kansas. There are several markers ranging from Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Kansas, and I hope to do a series or compilation sometime down the road about it, but Again, this is a very tragic story about Native American removals. About October 26, 1838, 800 Potawatomi Indians being forcibly removed from Indiana camped on the riverbank opposite Lexington. They ferried the Missouri River and were marched to northeast Kansas. There are many of these markers. A lot of them I have passed already, and it is also known as the Trail of Death. So it's always a great remembrance of having a marker at a place where you know people will visit it. Also in Lexington are a bunch of small businesses down this way, including the Heist. And it looks like a nice fine restaurant. Unfortunately, they're closed. But it says on this marker that this is the second bank robbed by the Jesse James gang. And $2,000 were stolen. And remember, even for back then, yes, that was a lot of money. I'm not sure how much that is adjusted for inflation. But yeah. Very historical place, I tell you. In addition, there are two magnificent statues and historical. That one is a Statue of Liberty replica, which is one that I featured in one of my earlier episodes, Memphis, Missouri. And that is a doughboy statue, very similar to the one, my first episode in Glen Carbon, Illinois. So yes, I definitely want to return to this town sometime soon. So I gained a lot of good historical insight. I mean, that's one cool thing about going through these small towns, that every now and then you'll find at least one friendly person who will come up to you because they know you're obviously a visitor if you have a camera or whatever in your hand, and if you're checking things out. But she gave me a lot of good historical nuggets. She's a lifelong lifelong resident of the state of Missouri. She's lived in Lexington most of her life, and yeah, she told me a lot of cool stories, like Harry S Truman, years after his presidency, he'd be walking down the streets of downtown Lexington with a stick in his hand, and no Secret Service. So yeah, I mean, times were really calm back then, I guess. And her family, apparently her parents and grandparents, were apparently friends with the president as well. So all right, so I am Jason. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to visit. I got 9 more to go, so I hope to make them all. But again, thanks for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Lexington, Missouri, signing off.